I'm Alana, it's Gamescom day one, and I just finished playing Project Spark. Now, I initially saw it at E3 and was like, yeah, the game looks pretty cool, but I wonder what the limits are, and then I played it myself, and it's just blown my mind. I am here with one of the creative geniuses behind Project Spark. Tell me about your game.
So Project Spark is a game where you can essentially create games. It's an open world digital canvas where we give people the tools to create and paint terrain, as well as create different gameplay mechanics. They can create everything from a first-person shooter to a 2D side-scroller. If you can imagine it, it can probably be made in Project Spark.
With Project Spark, I know that you can paint the terrains, you can make things look different, but you can also spawn environments.
Yeah, so as far as spawning the environments, right now we have a forest, an Arctic, and a desert biome. And if you were to paint using those brushes, what it does is it doesn't just paint the terrain, it also drops little things like trees, rocks if you're using forest. Arctic, it would drop like glaciers and icebergs and ice flows. And for desert, cactus. And so we have these environments. We're going to be releasing a Sci-Fi Galaxies pack soon.
Cool.
It'll come with like a starry space sky. It'll drop little like gas globes. So the idea is to release content that's going to enable people to create any kind of environment, any kind of like ambiance that they would want for their game.
Beyond the environments, obviously, you can change the kind of AI, you can change behaviors of everything in the game. So what are the limits to that?
We haven't really seen any yet. You can really take any object in the game and using code, which is our simple scripting language in Project Spark, create any game mechanic and make it behave any way you want. You could make a house something that follows you and tumbles around. You could throw a squirrel and have the squirrel fly around and manipulate the terrain as you're playing it.
So obviously it's in beta right now. What have you
Yes.
seen people make? What's some of the coolest stuff people have made?
There's been a few really amazing recreations of some existing games like Titanfall. I think the one that impressed me most was a very story-driven and had a unique art style. It was a 2D side-scrolling platformer that was completely black and white, very primitive shapes, but it just drew me in. It was very addictive, and that's the biggest, I think that's the most important thing, is that they're not just games that are being made, they're games you want to play.
So you say it's story-focused.
Yes.
How can you put a story into Project Spark?
Yeah, so that's a good question. We offer a few different methods and gameplay mechanics to do that. You can letterbox the screen, you can have different objects and characters speak, you can record voice using the Connect device and have different characters and objects speak using your voice. You can also use the Connect to record animations and then apply them to objects.
So how big actually are the worlds? Is there like a map size or?
There is, and as you're playing it on Xbox One or Windows, we show the limitations of what you can drop. So you'll see that you're kind of approaching the limit, but we have a feature known as level linking, which allows you to create multiple worlds and link them together. So if you were creating
so like any video game, you can jump from one level to another.
Exactly. Wow. If you think of MMOs that have like instances, you could build an experience like that by walking through an instance and having that link to another world that you've created.
So I could make like a 12-hour game with a bunch of different levels.
That's right. Yeah.
I just can't even comprehend how big Project Spark is.
It's huge. We have over 1 million creators right now. We're getting about 700 levels created a day, and every single day I'm just stunned that they've done what they've done, that they've used our tools in ways that we didn't think possible. And that's really inspiring as someone working on games.
I'm pretty excited to see that stuff. So when is the game actually coming out?
So it will be on shelves October 10th in Europe, and it will be on shelves October 7th in the US.
Cool. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you.